Let's talk about what didn't make it onto this list because it's a lot.
Yeah.
Our favorite cinematic match maybe ever.
Oh, yeah.
John Cena versus Bray Wyatt, Firefly Funhouse. It's the lone, and I know some people point to the Undertaker AJ Styles, Boneyard match.
Boneyard match, yeah.
This was the lone high spot for that WrestleMania. Like you can. I understand they did the best they could. Mm-hmm. I understand that. And I would never suggest, hey, you should cancel WrestleMania. I get that. But you need a crowd for WrestleMania. You need a crowd for wrestling. You really do. Also, Daniel Bryan versus Batista versus Randy Orton, of course, is WrestleMania 30. Mm-hmm. Really phenomenal match. Daniel Bryan went on to win.
It was great.
That one.
I was hoping to find a way to get Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston from Mania 35 on the list because the emotion of that match, gosh.
That was the one
so good.
That was in the Sasha Bianca spot. And then I was like, you know what, man, Sasha Bianca, I feel is just a better match. But Kofi Mania was really a really special moment.
It really was. And it was a spectacular match, and the build-up to it was for the most part, really, really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. This is a match based on the finish. I'd never put it on the list.
Yeah, The Rock versus Steve Austin at Mania 17 is like 95% a fantastic match. The finish is garbage though.
It is, yeah. I'd have to go back because I've always felt that their third match was the best one, but everybody always says, "Oh, this is actually like a much better match." So I don't know. I was so off put by the finish of this. I think I was watching this at Yankee Doodles also. I think it was like 2 years in a row I went there.
And then after that we got Kurt Angle versus Brock Lesnar, WrestleMania 19. It is a really good match.
Mm-hmm.
Brock Lesnar almost breaks his neck towards the finish here.
Yeah.
Scary moment. Nonetheless, really good bout.
Absolutely. Triple H versus HBK in a triple threat match at WrestleMania 20. Of course, it's Chris Benoit in this match.
Chris Benoit. Yeah. I mean, we can mention you have Shawn Michaels match against Kurt Angle here at WrestleMania 21. You saw that match in person.
I saw that match in person, yeah.
Shawn Michaels also had a great Mania match against John Cena. Another one, Ric Flair's retirement match. That's stretch from 20 to 26. Shawn Michaels had a Mania. It's
legendary. It's fantastic. It's really something
insane.
Else. Yeah, this triple threat though, this is really fucking awesome. I mean, it is. And you know, coming up as you know, like I said, I got into wrestling thanks to WCW, and to watch Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero at the end, a sight that I was like, this is insane that Vince McMahon is putting this on our television screens at the end of WrestleMania. These two WCW guys is absolutely crazy to me. But Benoit was a hell of a worker. He really was. And HBK and Triple H really did everything to get him to have this make sense. And he got to that spot, and it was really something else at the time. Yep. You already mentioned this Kurt Angle HBK WrestleMania 21. The Usos versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. I mean, it's a phenomenal fucking main event. I just think really that the other one was better. But this was a really, really phenomenal match. This was awesome. And the story was great. All part of the Bloodline stuff. Mm-hmm. Awesome match. See the history of Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens land in the WrestleMania main event here.
Yep, really good stuff. You wanted to put a couple of these old Hogan matches on here. Hogan versus Andre, Hogan versus Warrior.
So revisiting Hogan versus Andre for the WrestleMania 3 thing, it's like, yeah, I get it. It's a fucking huge match. And Hogan versus Warrior also was one of those matches where it's like, hey, it kind of feels like you're witnessing history to a degree. You know, it's like the end of the Hogan era. They decided to pass the torch. Didn't last long, but in the moment, you could tell that's, okay, this was a big moment. And the match itself isn't that bad. I mean, it's nothing like he did in New Japan, but really, really, you know, it's for these two especially. When you match up that they had like this match, and then they also had the, you know, 8 years later, the Halloween Havoc match, which was literally like one of the worst big time matches you'd ever see.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. Becky Lynch versus Charlotte versus Ronda Rousey, main event of WrestleMania 35.
I really like this match. I thought the end, like the actual end, was a bit on the botchy side, but yeah, this is a really fun match.
It was. I mentioned Flair versus Shawn Michaels. Another one that's really good. Bret Hart versus Roddy Piper at WrestleMania 8.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's a match kind of in two halves where Piper's is trying not to cheat, essentially, wrestle dirty in the early parts of it. It's really good. Also, Bret versus Owen opened WrestleMania 10.
Oh God, that's such a good match.
It's a really good match. Charlotte versus Becky versus Sasha at Mania 32.
Yeah.
Spectacular bout. And one we were there for. Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 31, of course. Seth cashed in, made it a triple threat. It's one of the best WrestleMania moments. The match itself, before Seth cashed in, was pretty good. I obviously we didn't think it was up to the level of being in our top 10 list, but Seth cash in at Mania 31 might be easily top 3 WrestleMania moments ever.
The mad dash after the cash in for him to like make good on it is like one of the most thrilling sequences in WrestleMania history. But you're right. Like the match that preceded it, it was fine. It was like one of Brock and Roman's better actual matches that they had.
Yeah.
But that's not saying a lot because a lot of their matches were dog shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, like there's the cash in. It was just like, oh my God, is he actually going to pull this off? And you don't know because it's Vince and it's Brock and it's Roman. It's like this is not going to happen. And it does. And it's like the most euphoric moment, like in WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Really absolutely outstanding stuff once the cash in happens.
Yeah.
But preceding that, it's, this is Roman Brock. It's a decent match, but it's not anything I'd put, near the top 10.
Yeah.
So, yeah.